I found out about Belong when my father started showing signs of something being wrong back in about 2017. We didn't know it at the time, but he had Parkinson's and later on developed Lewy body dementia. So it got to the point where we couldn't look after him at home and my mum couldn't cope with him. And we needed an emergency respite bed, and Belong provided that. And long story short, his condition progressed very rapidly, and so he never left.
What makes us different in terms of the way we provide care for somebody living with a diagnosis of dementia is our model. So somebody who's living with dementia, in order to feel happy and to live well in that diagnosis, is that they need to feel secure. Our model, our households, the whole village atmosphere means that somebody feels happy, they feel safe, but more importantly they feel that they're at home. That security is the biggest part of what makes somebody's dementia journey better.
Just the atmosphere, it felt very homely, and I love the open plan living, no uniforms, and they know how to deal with people. I felt like my mum.
I have had quite a lot of experience of dementia care homes in the past, unfortunately, because a lot of Judy's family have dementia. We looked at all the care homes in this area, and only this one had the highest Care Quality Commission rating for care.
I was so impressed by the way that the staff here looked after him and supported him, especially at the end of his life, that after a little bit of reflection I came and spoke with Caroline, the manager, and asked if I could volunteer. Volunteering turned into casual work, and casual work turned into permanent work. Unfortunately, whilst this was all going on in 2019, my mum, who already had Alzheimer's, got to the stage where she couldn't stay at home any longer either. I don't think coming into social care is anyone's plan or anyone's dream, but my mind's been changed about end of life and about care for conditions, neurological and dementia conditions, about the value of what they can deliver enormously by the services they provided to my parents. I'm not scared of social care anymore if it's this.
All our staff are trained in delivering dementia care, but more importantly than that, our staff know that the diagnosis of dementia is just one part of that person's well-being. They are a person who have a family, they are a person who had a whole life before they came to us. We're very, very careful to make sure that we understand their life history. We know who that person was before the diagnosis of dementia. We know who that person is now living with that diagnosis of dementia, and actually how has that made their lives differently. Our staff, all of the staff who are interacting with that person will know all of that information, and we'll be very careful to make sure that their interactions with that person take account of that history.
From the minute I brought her in, the receptionist, every single person that she met on the way knew her name, knew she has a cat, a pretend cat that she loves, and they even knew his name as well. So they were all well prepared for her. Her room we'd already got ready, but everybody was just so welcoming, and it was just an easy transition for her, as easy as it could be for her.
It really suits her. She's really settled in well. She was quite verbally and physically aggressive before she came in, and now she's brilliant. Fantastic place, really, really good.
What I like about the nursing at Belong, it sort of takes a holistic view, and we look at the residents more as people that live here, not so much as patients.
The concentration span is very, very short. She'll sit with you for 5 minutes and then she's off. But the girls there don't bother. They just totally understand. They love her to bits. And she loves being here. I can tell that. It's good. I've not got a bad word to say about the place.
Everyone on the household works together. Like Jess said, we take the person-centred approach. Yeah, everyone's individual.
You're like a family, not only with the staff but the residents and their families as well. Like, they come on and everyone just clicks, and there's love. There's just love everywhere. I mean, I've been here 6 years and, you know, wasn't meant to stay this long, but I have, and it's the family-based thing that's made me stay. The relationship that we have with the residents, we are not only their carer, we're also a bit of a counsellor, we're their best friend. We see them every single day and we're, in a way, we're their voice.
We have nursing and residential people living within all the houses. We don't split them up for needs, and when I first came here I thought, that's strange. I would have expected an area for people when they're poorly, or places where people when they're more confused, but we don't move people, and that's the correct thing to do because it's their home for life, and they have the same staff on with them all the time and people get to know them better. I think that's a particularly good point about Belong, is that once they've moved in here, it's their room, and unless they want to move, they stay there.
Oh, I think it's wonderful. No qualms at all, it's marvellous. And all the staff are great.
Activities throughout the day, but they're not always formal activities that you might associate with a care home. Quite often there are things like getting involved in the cooking, tidying the household, helping to sort out laundry, things that make people feel very much that this is their home. All the meals are cooked on the household, people get very involved in it, and sometimes being involved in that cooking of the food is literally just commenting on what's going on.
The fact there's an open plan kitchen as well, it's more like being at home. You don't normally at home get your food served on a tray, on a plate. You don't know where it's come from. Here you can smell it. Mum likes to sit near the kitchen. You get to see the food being prepared, you get involved if you want to. Mum made cakes the other week. It's just like really being at home without being at home.
The food is absolutely superb. They have very good meals which are cooked in-house on the particular wing, so it's not being sent from a central place.
But on the whole, they're all very good dishes. In fact, too good sometimes.
The bistro is great, it's fantastic. I can take Mum there for a coffee and more cake, and it just feels normal. Mum thinks she's going out, there are members of the public there. One of my sons has dogs, and the dogs are encouraged to come in onto the house as well because the other residents appreciate seeing a pet. And anyone that's got young children as well, babies.
So they both used the gym, they both loved the gym. My dad used to kind of boast about, how many cycles he'd done or how many stairs he'd done, and Mum used to really enjoy the interaction with the gym instructors as well. Very enthusiastic about continuing her exercises on the household. It's a long rail down the corridor, and she used to use it like a ballet bar. She used to carry on doing her exercises on the ballet bar. She used to even get the staff to join in with it.
We have a massive range of activities. We try to have something for everyone. On a Friday, we turn the entire venue into a pub and have the sensory sounds and feels. You can hear the mumble of a pub in the background that we play.
I wouldn't recommend anywhere else to live, to be honest. All the residents seem very, very happy. Everybody has, of course, their own quirks, but the staff work perfectly with them.
Oh, without a doubt. I always do. People ask me and I say, look, why don't you go and have a look? I wouldn't fault it in any way.
Definitely, most definitely, yeah. They've been great with me. I can't fault them in any way.
It's as good as it gets, I think.